welcome back to my channel, Pages and Stitches. That's spelled pages, the number 3 stitches, both here and on Instagram. My name is Kelly, and I'm super excited to be coming to you today with my first update of the year 2024. Today is Sunday, February 4th, 2024. And I'm going to be giving you my January update, my wrap up of everything I worked on in January. This is Flosstube number 27, and I'm super excited to start seeing those numbers go up because now I've got a couple of years under my belt on YouTube and I'm not a new kid anymore, so that's pretty cool. I have to say it's a very nice day here in Texas. If you hear any sort of like background noise, birds and all that, I've got my patio door open, so do with that what you will. Also, as you can see behind me, I am a quilter as well, so if this is your first time finding my channel, I do quilting updates as well as Flosstube updates. So if you're a quilter or if you're curious at all about what's going on the design wall behind me, or if you're interested in the craft or you just want to be nosy, keep an eye out because my next video that I post will be a Quilter's Corner update. So first and foremost, I do want to start out by saying just a massive thank you to everybody who watched my last update, watched my whip parade, and gave tons of support and encouragement. You said such nice, kind things about the stuff that I'm working on, and we were all just so very kind. And then I got plenty of people who also said hello and were entertained by Hef and Milo. And of course I told them that they have a ton of fans, and everybody who said hi, I said hi to them. They're out hanging out on the patio right now because it's a nice day. So we probably won't see them for this video. Regardless, thank you to all of you who said such nice things and who gave me a little bit of your time to kind of talk shop with me on cross stitching. Speak of the devil. Oh, goodness gracious. Did you want to come say hi? I was just talking about you. Thank you. That's very nice. Are you done now? Okay. He's not the loveliest cat, but every time I start, now I've got cat hair all over my face. Every time I start filming, he has to be the center of my attention. I don't know if he just doesn't like that I'm focused on this instead of him, but anyways, cats. So, welcome back to anybody who is returning. I really appreciate you coming back and hanging out with me. And then of course, welcome to anybody who's new here and you're giving my channel a try for the first time. I hope you find something you like and a reason to keep coming back. Also, be sure to stick around towards the end of the video because I have giveaways. I have winners that I need to announce. There were 3 giveaways that I announced in my last video, December update. And I've got winners for all 3 of those things. So stick around and we'll announce the giveaway winners later on. So as usual, we like to start things off here with my reading update. All the books that I read in this past month. The Pages of Pages and Stitches is representative of my third passion, which is reading. So I just like to give a quick rundown of all the books I read this last month. So first I read The Goal by Elle Kennedy. This was number 4 in her series. The last book is kind of like an extended epilogue of all the other 4 books in this series. I don't know if I'll read that one. So if I don't, then I've finished her off-campus series. The next book I read was The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. This is number 1 in her series. Dreamland Billionaires is what it's called. And then I finished up the month with this bad boy, House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. She's one of my favorite authors. This was a big brick of a book. I had been waiting eagerly for this book. It came early on the day it was delivered and I devoured it. I love her books. I cannot recommend this author enough. I love her. Also, while I am wearing the appropriate clothing, I just wanted to give a quick update on my arm. Some people were curious about the status of my sleeve. It's almost done. I've got this bit left. I'm actually going in after I film this and hopefully edit it and put it up. I'm going in to get this part started on, but the rest of my arm is basically finished. We still have some touch-ups to do in different places. And then I'll be done. And then once it's done, I'll show it off. But I know some of you were asking and obviously you can see it. So just thought I'd get that out there. Okay, let's get into the whips, right? That's what you're here for, the cross stitching. Okay, my first whip that I want to share with you today is my current focus project, which is this one here. This is the Pointed Fifth by Long Dog Sampler. I have been working on this for a hot minute, and it is currently my largest whip in size. It's not my oldest. I have one that's older, but this one's the next oldest. But I wanted to focus on this one so I can get it done this year. So here is a picture of what it looked like the last time that you saw it. It is being stitched on a 32 count Lugana in the color Exotic Orchid, 2/2 full cross with my own color palette for the flosses. All right, and here is where I'm at. It's a big old piece of fabric. So when this is finished, it's gonna measure 22 by 22, so just under like 2 feet by 2 feet. The last time you saw it, I had just put in like this diamond and then the little opening down there with the crab and this guy. So since then, I've continued this direction with this little opening and then more of the structure here. And then I went up and did this bit with the little piggy. So there it is, little rocking horse. And in fact, I did have to kind of like doctor this a little bit because when I was working on this little section, I noticed there was like a snag in one of the threads of my fabric and it was tearing. And it was like originally it was right below the rocking horse and it would have been visible. So I actually kind of like took some rows out and brought the horse down so it went right over it. I wanted to anchor it down with all these other flosses around it. And fortunately it worked. So the horse is actually supposed to be like 2 rows taller, but you would have never known that if I didn't tell you. And then of course, you know, if you've seen this before, you know that I've got little metallic bits, little metallic flosses throughout. I'm using a gold diamond from DMC, and I outlined these little these little ants, and then the wing on the bird here, and then the stars. So there we go, working our way across the top. Love it. Okay, the next project that I want to share with you is this one here. I started this on New Year's Day. This was my New Year, New Start. My plan was to work on this one the same way I did my Magical Creatures calendar, just, you know, 1 block a month to follow along, and then I'll have a completed piece by the end of the year. This is called Forest Calendar by Riolis, and because it's a new start, you don't have a before picture, of course. It came with I believe a 14 count, yes, like a 14 count natural colored Aida, and I swapped that out for a 16 count Aida in the color Blue Whip. The fabric came from a cross stitch store that doesn't exist anymore, so I don't know if you can find any color called Blue Whip anywhere else, but it's basically just like a seafoamy blue. Oh, you'll see in just a second. So here is block number 1. And this is, because it's a Riolis kit, it does have the wool acrylic blended floss. They do have kits with the cotton floss with from Anchor, but this one is not one of those kits. So we've got our little owl here with his tea kettle and some Christmas lights and some snow. There's kind of a design with backstitched leaves between all these little flowers that goes between the big blocks, but I don't want to do the back stitching until I've done all of the surrounding stitches. So I've only done the little floral bits here. Let me see if I can show you. See, there's like green back stitching that's kind of leafy on all those bits, and I don't want to do that just yet. I'm gonna wait. But yeah, this one was cute. So cute. And I know people don't like necessarily working with this floss, and I know there are people out there who are also allergic to wool, so they can't work with this floss, but I love it. It's got such fantastic coverage. It feels good. It looks good. I really enjoy working on Riolis kits, so don't worry. I'll do it for you. Then this month in February, I'm gonna try and complete this block here, which is these little penguin lovebirds sharing a little cuppa and just hanging out being cute. So that's the goal for next time you see this. Okay, the next whip in my rotation that I worked on is this one here. This is Black Vintage Sampler by Elle Embroidery. And I am stitching this on a 32 count Belfast linen. It is a copper metallic Belfast linen. So it's just kind of the same way Opalescent has like that clear holographic looking thread running through it. This one has more of like a copper thread running through it. This whip frustrated the fool out of me. I wanted to get so much more done on this because a lot of people are very excited about this one. But I don't know if like that pressure was just getting to me or what, but one of you sent the frog to my house and I'm so upset with you because I stitched everything on this whip twice because I had to frog it over and over again. I was just not counting right. And then there was one time I didn't like the thread color that I'd picked because I'm just improvising with my own color palette through this thing. Anyways, I'll shut up and show you the project. Here's where it was last time you saw it. I had just done the horse and the cat. So I've done a little bit more this time, but it wasn't a tremendous amount of progress. So I have my own color palette that I've put together for this, inspired by steampunk images, and I'm stitching it 2/2 full cross. And here is where I got to this last time. So my goal, there's this whole carriage behind the horse, and I wanted to finish that carriage, but this wheel got frogged, this wheel got frogged, and then this half of the carriage got frogged. And then, so the only thing that didn't get frogged was these guys. And at the end, by the time I frogged my third thing, I was like, I'm done. I just need to walk away from this project for a minute. But I was very excited to keep going. So let's see where our metallics are. I did add some green metallic to the little flower there. And then I added some to the spokes of the wheel and like the hardware in the carriage. It has a little lantern at the front, so I was gonna put some gold metallic in that, but obviously I didn't get to it because I was too busy restitching everything, unfortunately. But I can't be mad at it because I do love this project and it looks really good. It's just, man, I could not for the life of me get my stitches right, so I had to frog everything. Fingers crossed the frog has moved on, and then for this month of February I can just go back to stitching things that are relaxing. Okay, this next project that I worked on is this one here. This is called Cozy Cub, and it is a Dimensions Gold Petite collection. And the last time you saw it, it looked like this. I started on this little dude's face and kind of worked my way out. It's being stitched on an 18 count ivory Aida. It's either 2 or 3 over 1, both full and half cross. And then here's where I got to on this little guy. So I filled in his eye here on this side and a little bit more around his face. And then I started the stripes back here on the arm. Is it an arm? Yes, he's laying on like an arm or a leg of his parent. And then I worked on his ear. You can see his little ear in there. That's almost done. And then once I get his, you know, his face and his ear finished, I can put that back stitching in. I like to back stitch as I go. And I can say that everything above this line, or most everything, is half cross. So that part should start to go a little bit faster. It's really just him that is full cross, right? So, because he's the main focus of the project. But look at him, he's so cute with his little sleepy head, his little sleepy eyes. Love it. Okay, I've got one more whip that I put stitches in this last month, and it is this one here. This is one of my absolute favorites. This is called Queen of Silk, and it is a Design Works kit that I was so excited to start, and then I didn't touch it for the rest of the year because I was doing all my other starts. So I was very excited to get back to this one. This is what it looked like the last time that you saw it. It is being stitched on a 14 count natural Aida, 2/1 full cross, and here is where we got to. So I continued up her back, and I finished the dragon tattoo, backstitched it completely. She even has this little flower down here that got backstitched. I put a little bit more work into her kimono down here, but I wanted to make sure I finished her arm and her hand, so I put more work in up here. And so her torso is done, fully backstitched. Her hand is done and fully backstitched. And of course, this is her neck. So everything up here is going to be her face, and then the rest of her hair will come in. And then behind her is that big, beautiful cherry blossom tree. And I just love this project. This was one of the first ones I worked on this month, and I did not want to put it down because I loved it so much, but I knew I had to get progress on other projects. But this one is just, oh, it's so stunning. I love it so much. This kimono, let me show you the picture again, is detailed. It is so vibrant. There's so much going on in here. It is confetti hell, but it's beautiful, 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 beautiful. And I didn't know this. So this project actually comes with gold beads, and I thought they were just up here in her little headdress, but I saw as I was stitching that they're in like a lot of these little flower clusters. They're in the middle of them, and I didn't know that, which is gonna be so cool when I finally get to it in a million years. But yeah, Queen of Silk, love her, love her. Ooh, my lighting just changed because like the clouds are moving outside, so it's periodically getting darker and lighter. Just be aware of that. Okay, so I have the tiniest little bit of haul. Now I know what you're thinking. You are thinking, Kelly, you told us you were going to be on a buy ban for the rest of the year, for the foreseeable future. And I know that. But in my defense, the two things that I'm going to show you, I purchased before the new year. So technically I was not on a buy ban yet. It's just they took a minute to get to me. So, but I haven't bought anything else besides these two things. So let me show you. So there are a couple of Dimensions kits that are out of print that I have on a wish list, and I'm tracking on eBay, just waiting for, you know, decent prices on these things. And two of them popped up on my search that were actually decently priced in good condition. So before the new year, I went ahead and purchased those. It was my kind of New Year's treat to myself, and I got them this last month. So let me show you what I got. So this first one, the seller actually has already started, but they've put in, I don't know, a couple hundred stitches or so. I don't know if I'm planning to rip those out and start again. Probably, because the fabric that's included, they have masking taped around the edges, which, you know, the acid from masking tape can yellow your fabric over time. So I'll probably start again on a new piece of fabric, but we'll see when I get there. Anyways, this is the first project that I purchased. This is called A Summer Stroll. Again, it's a Dimensions Gold collection that is out of print. She is lovely. She is beauty. She is grace. I love her. And I saw this for a decent price, which, I mean, it's already started, so that's why. But I'm okay with frogging the progress that's already there, because it's not much at all. And I'm probably going to replace the fabric just so it's in like fresh, good condition. The fabric that comes in the kit is an 18 count ivory Aida, so that's very easy to come by, and I love 18 count. So this one is going in my stash. I have no plans to start her anytime soon, but I just wanted to snag her up because she was for a really good deal. The other out of print kit that I bought is very similar to the first one. You'll see a theme for sure, and that's this one here. This is Portrait of Elegance from Dimensions Gold Collection. I mean, you can see this is like the older style. I don't even know if there's a year on this. 1994 is the year. And this one actually comes with a 28 count mushroom Lugana and some beads. This is, you can see nothing's been sorted. It hasn't even been opened. The tape is fresh. So this is brand new, untouched. And I got this one for a pretty good deal too. So I jumped on them. I wanted to get them. I don't think they're all that hard to come by on the secondary market on eBay, but I don't know that that's always going to be the case. There are a couple of other dimensions kits that I've been eyeing that are going for like $80, $100, $150, $200 that I'm just waiting for a good deal on because I don't want to spend $200 on a dimensions kit. Like, I love them, but not that much. Oh, I almost forgot. I did get a third thing, but it's very small and it's not a project. So I have been talking about the Etsy shop Flowertown Originals for a while now because I get all of my needle minders from her. She does clay crafting and I just love her work. Her needle minders are super strong, very pretty. I gave them out as gifts whenever I went to the Queen City Stitch Retreat this past year. I put them in the project bags that I made for people. Anyways, she just recently started selling these guys and I ran to her shop and jumped on it. She did this little clay cover right here on this pen. What is it, you might say? Well, it's travel scissors. Look at that, little travel snippers. They're small enough that they are airplane approved. You can take them on an airline and they just tuck right into this little pin guy. And I thought that was so cute. I rarely travel, but when I do, I always worry about, you know, things like scissors and stuff like that. And like my needles and things on my embroidery projects, my cross stitch projects, that I don't want them to get confiscated. So, but I thought this was excellent. It's small, it's compact, it's pretty, and I just love that shop. So if you would like to go support, her name is Kathy, who runs the shop. If you would like to go support Flowertown Originals, I will have their Etsy link down below. I should say, if everything humanly possible that I mention, I will have linked down below. And if you see me talking about something that's not there, she's excellent. If you just reach out to her, send her a message and be like, hey, are you planning on making any more of this, or do you have extra of this? I would love to buy some. She gets back to me when I talk to her super fast, and she's very kind and receptive, and she's just got great customer service. So if you wanted to reach out to Kathy, Flowertown Originals, her Etsy will be linked down below. Okay, now I know you guys are waiting to see who won the giveaways, so let's talk about it. We'll do the giveaway winners. I'll go over my plans briefly for this next month, and then we'll sign off. So the first thing that I was giving away was this package of 14 count Ada. We've got some fat quarters of different colors. Well, some of them are probably fat eighths. There's somewhere between like a fat eighth and a fat quarter of various colors. And then there's also this little pink square for maybe like an ornament or something. All 14 count Ada. I love stitching on Ada. I just rarely stitch on 14 count anymore, which is why I am giving this stack of fabric away. So I used a random comment picker for my last video. If you wanted to win the Ada package, you just had to use the word Ada in your comment. And the winner of the Ada package is this person here, Teresa, who is always saying hi and watching my videos and checking me out. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for you. You won the Ada. So if you would be so kind, I have my email included in the description down below. It's my Gmail account. Shoot me an email and say, hey, I won the Ada. Here's my mailing address so I can get this shipped out to you as soon as possible. So congratulations, Teresa. She's been with me for a very long time and has been watching and commenting regularly. And I so appreciate it, Teresa. You have no idea. I recognize your name every time it pops up. So thank you for participating and congratulations on your Ada package. The next thing that I was giving away is this here. This is the Bob Ross cross stitch kit. Happy little cross stitch patterns is what it says. It comes complete with 12 cross stitch patterns as well as 2 pieces of fabric, 8 skeins of floss, a needle, a hoop, as well as the 48-page instruction book. Of course, you can switch it out for whatever floss you want, use whatever needle you want, use whatever fabric you want. But there are 12 adorable Bob Ross patterns for cross stitching in here. And the winner of the Bob Ross cross stitch kit is this person here. Now, I would pronounce this name Jean. This is a French spelling of the name. And to me, that looks like Jean Becht. Please tell me, Jean, if I'm saying your name correctly. It could be Jean. I think a lot of people mispronounce it as Jean, but if it is Jean, then forgive me. But I would pronounce this Jean. So, Jean, you have won the Bob Ross kit. Same deal, reach out to me via email. My email's in the description. Let me know what you won and then give me your mailing address so I can get your Bob Ross patterns shipped out to you. The last thing I'm giving away is the one that had the most entries, and I'm very excited to give this to the winner. This is one of Emma Congdon's cross stitch books. It's the Cross Stitch for the Soul. It's got 20 patterns in it, 20 designs that say very beautiful, lovely things. Let me find the catalog there. Very inspirational, fun, sweet quotes to kind of give you a little morale boost while you're working on it and throughout the day. So to enter to win this book, you had to use the word Emma, and the winner of the book is this person here. Now, their YouTube channel says Jeff Sola, but they signed their comment Deanna, so it might be a joint account of 2 people. But Deanna was the one who entered. So Deanna, you won Emma's book. So thank you so much for entering. Congratulations on winning. Send me an email. My email's in the description. Just let me know your name and your mailing address, and I will get this in the mail to you ASAP. All right, that is everything. This might actually be kind of a short video. Normally I go a little bit longer, but well, that's what happens when you don't have 800 pieces of haul, I guess. So plans for next time. I am going to continue my long dog sampler. Just keep going. There's no like set point I'm trying to get to, but I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep working on my forest calendar to try and do the February block. And then I'm going to pull out the next batch of whips in my rotation. I want to try and do at least 3 whips in addition to the 2 that I just mentioned each month. And we'll see if I do less, if I do more. The goal is 3, but we'll see. And that's it. That's everything. Giveaway winners, I will probably comment on your comment just telling you like what it is that you won, and then direct your attention to this video so that you can reach out to me. So yeah, thank you for hanging out with me this Sunday afternoon. Keep an eye out for my Quilter's Corner update. That's coming soon. And I will catch you guys at the end of February. We get an extra day. We have an extra day for stitching because this year's a leap year. So February ends on the 29th, not the 28th this year. So we got to use that extra day for crafting because that's what it's for, obviously. I am actually taking a vacation from work, or a staycation. I'm not going anywhere. I just wanted some time off of work at the end of February. And so I'm hoping I'll get a lot of quilting and cross stitching done. I have a coworker that is about to go on maternity leave and she'll be out for months, as she should, right? She's a mom. But I wanted to make sure I got my time off before that started. So taking a vacation at the end of February, and I'm gonna get lots of yummy crafting done. So come back in a month and we'll see what we got done. In the meantime, I hope you have an excellent February. I hope the beginning of your year was fantastic. And I hope we all have plenty of time for stitching and for relaxing. Right? All right, I will see you guys at the end of February.